most students lose marks on this type of questions. Not because it's hard, but because they miss one key step. Let me show you how to solve it the right way. We're going to rewrite this equation, and we're going to factor the 3 out from the x minus 6. So we have 3 brackets x minus 2, and then on the bottom 2 brackets x minus 2. And instead of writing the inequality sign, we're just going to say this equals x plus 2 over x minus 6. Now, we have on the bottom x minus 2 and x minus 6, and that's going to give us non-permissible values, which is x cannot equal 2 or 6, since we cannot have 0 on the bottom. We cannot divide by 0. Now we'll reduce the x minus 2 with the x minus 2, and we'll end up with 3 over 2 equals x plus 2 over x minus 6. Now this is just a simple rational expression that we're going to solve by cross multiplying, and we're going to have 3 brackets x minus 6 equals 2 brackets x plus 2. We'll have 3x minus 18 equals to x plus 4. And now if we solve this, moving the 2x to the other side and moving the negative 18 to the right side, we'll end up with x equals 22. At this stage here, we're gonna graph a number line, and we're gonna label on the number line our non-permissible values, which is the 2 and the 6, and also the solution that we got, which is the 22. Now, we need to put round circle on the 2 and the 6 because they are not part of the solutions, they're non-permissible values. And on the 22, we're going to have a solid circle or a shaded circle because the 22 is part of the solution. At this stage, you have 4 segments to this line right here. Segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, segment 4. We're going to test a number in each segment into the original equation, the 3x minus 6 over 2x minus 4 greater than or equal to x plus 2 over x minus 6. Now, when we test a number, if we get a true solution, then we shade in that region. So let's use the 0 from segment 1 because that's always the easiest number to work with. You could use 1, you could use -1 if you wish, but 0 is always the easiest one to use. So we plug in 0 for the x's. And now we end up with, that's -6 over -4, which gives me 3 over 2 is greater than or equal. That's going to end up being 2 over -6 with -1/3. Now, that's true. 3/2 is greater than -1/3, so that's a true statement, and that means we shade in that region of the number line. Now, let's take a number between 2 and 6. Always stick close to the 2 or the 6. So I'll use the 3 for that one. So I'll have 3 times 3 minus 6 over 2 times 3 minus 4 is greater than 3 plus 2 over 3 minus 6. And we're going to solve this, of course. So when you solve this, you get 9 minus 6 over 6 minus 4 is greater than 5 over -3. And we'll end up with 3/2, that is, 3/2 is greater than or equal to -5 over 3. So a positive number obviously is definitely greater than a negative number, and therefore this is true again, and we're going to shade between the 2 and 6. So that's going to be part of our solution as well. And now we're going to test between 6 and 22. And always stick to the smaller numbers. So I'm going to test 7 for that region. And I'm going to plug in 7 into the equation. And I guess we'll solve this, and we'll end up with, just going to use my calculator on this and do it really fast. And we end up with 15 over 10 is greater than or equal to 9 over 1, which is 9. And 15 over 10, that's basically 3 over 2. And of course, 3 over 2, or 1.5, is not greater than or equal to 9. So therefore, this is a false statement. And therefore, we're not going to shade between 6 and 22. Now, let's erase some of this and to test in the last region, which is region 4, or line segment 4, between 22 and infinity. And we're going to use 23 for that one because that's as small as the numbers could get for that one. So it's going to be a little bit more messy than the other ones. So just plug in the 23 for the x equals greater than or equal to 23 plus 2 over 23 minus 6. And we're definitely going to do this in our calculator. And we end up with 63 over 42 is greater than or equal to 25 over 17. I'm going to switch this to decimals, and we end up with 1.5 is greater than or equal to 25 over 17 is going to give me 1.47. And of course, this is true because 1.5 is greater than 1.47. And therefore, we're going to shade between 22 and infinity. And now, from looking at this, you could write your final solution. So we'll just erase all of this and write our final solution. Now, if you look at this, basically, that's what we get. So our testing intervals, when x is less than 2, we have a positive. When x is between 2 and 6, we have a positive. When x is between 6 and 22, it's negative, so we don't shade there. And when x is greater than 22, it is positive, so we shade there. And therefore, our final solution in interval form, we shade between negative infinity to 2, and between 2 and 6, and between 22 to infinity. Make sure that 22 has a square brackets because the 22 is included. And we don't have square brackets around the 2 and the 6 because they are not part of the solution. They are non-permissible values. So 2 is not included in the solution and 6 is not included in the solution. If you want to write it in inequality form, then you just say x has to be less than 2, or x has to be between 2 and 6, and x has to be greater than or equal to 22. And that's basically how easy it is if you use this way to solve it. I know your teachers teach you different method at school, but this I find it very easy to follow, very easy to get the answer. And that's it. Solve, check restrictions, and test intervals. That's the key. Don't forget to subscribe for more math made easy. Thank you for watching.